This is Sherrard Walland, who is currently working as the director of Kripa Foundation in Meghalaya. So, Sherrard, can you give us a brief of your career so far and what led you up to social causes, to helping social causes?
So I think I mean after I graduated from Cody, I spent a good 3 years, 4 years in Singapore. I was studying there, doing my bachelor's, and then I got a job there as one of the tea connoisseurs. But I think the reason why for social causes was uh, a huge chunk of my life while I was studying in Cody was to do a lot of social experience work. You know, we at that time we had Mr. Brian Plymale, and then we had Mr. Don Stengley. All the I would say, the heart and soul of Cody that were there, who studied there. So we genuinely like learnt a lot from them, from work detail to detention to actual field trips. So even when I was working, and I mean, we live in a material world, so I was enjoying the work that we're doing, and the place that I was staying, and a place like Singapore is fabulous. But the reason why of the social causes is because there's more to life than just materialism. I get it. I don't mean to disrespect or disregard the people that love money, or they love the work that they do. But between a human being and a human being, a helping hand is always more important than money. That's what I always thought, and that's what Cody's taught me, from for a long, long time. So I did quit my job, and I did come back to Shillong, and I started from scratch. My families as well, they are into business, so they didn't really understand why I was doing the work that I was doing. But there's a certain spark that I knew that, we could definitely help out a lot of people. Like for instance, in Kripa Foundation Shillong, let's just say we were helping out per year, let's say 80, 90 uh, clients per year. Let's say 2013, 14. I think 1920, we've hit about 200 clients that have stayed with us for rehabilitation. We've done about 76 or 80 counseling sessions within the campus that are coming as outpatients. So that the entire social cause has hit a new height, and we are reaching out to more and more people through our awareness programs, so our sensitization programs. So yeah, so on a brief overview, that it comes with a lot of heart to give up a lot of to give up the material world to. I'm not saying that I'm not materialistic, don't get me wrong, but to actually devote yourself to a social service, it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and a lot of unpaid rewards. The only rewards you get is when we actually find out that somebody's been sober for 5 years, 10 years. So that is where it's more satisfaction based than, yeah, monetary based. Yeah.
That's lovely. It's great to know that KIS has influenced you to be where you are today, to do social causes, to do social work, to help out people. And so, what can students in this time of COVID do to support social causes?
I don't know what, see, it's very, I see, COVID is something that is, it's a virus or a viral infection. So would I tell Cody kids or kids in general, go out there and outreach? It's a little difficult, because they need expertise, they need doctors, they need nurses. I mean, they need a specialized course whereby you can actually help out people that are having COVID trouble. So I do not want to say that, oh, you've got to be outreachers. During these COVID times, it is quite crazy. But on when I look at the digital platform, I think there's a lot of things that kids can do on creating awareness through digital platforms. Like recent ads are showing that there's a lot of depression cases, a lot of withdrawal symptom cases, especially during these COVID times. And yeah, the government's come up with a lot of helpline numbers, and the government's done quite a bit of work. I don't know what is their success rate as such, but I got to tell you that the awareness that is done through public relations and through the media has been, I would say, has been quite outstanding from my point of view. So it's been very interesting to see the stuff that they've done. And when it comes to me right now, when I look at children right now, I think there's a lot of innovative things that you guys can think of. I can't think about it from the top of my head, but from a digital point of view, doing a lot of awareness programs through social media platforms, I think that's a good start, because you got to figure out a way to work from home. And also, I think it doesn't necessarily have to be social causes. Uh, you know, there's a lot of technological advancements that people can experiment and work on from home. You know, I again, like, I can't think about it from the top of my head, but let's just say certain experiments that you can do. Let's say when you're doing some plantation at home, kitchen gardens. Certain ways to become a little self-sufficient and and a lot less dependent on others. So there's, if you have the space, you have the time, you got to be more explorative. You can't be, like I always tell my clients as well, get back to earth. Get back to planting, get back to farming, do a little more outdoor activities for yourself, for your own health benefits. You don't have to be in and around the computer. Let's use the COVID times also to be more social. Rather than using Facebook, start looking at one another face to face. Spend some time, find out how they're doing, because life is so short. During these times, you're not really sure who's gonna go and who's gonna stay. So you got to make the most of time that you're here. So it's sometimes, like, when I think about it, it's not necessarily that you have time, so let's be career oriented or goal oriented. Sometimes it's just a matter of time to just pick up your phone, call up your parents. Hey, how you doing? Share some love, be with one another, support one another. That's my message to them. Nothing has to be calculative. you know so yeah, that's my general advice to the students out there.
I think that's some lovely advice, and I will surely take it to heart. And so, I have a question. So, what guidance would you like to give students who would like to devote their career into social work?
See, I joined a course in Singapore that has something to do with business administration. But I knew from a long time ago that my passion was always to help out people. So, of course, there's a lot of limitations and you do a lot of things for people. Your parents, they want you to become a doctor and engineer, but your heart wants what it wants. So, sometimes, even though you get all sorts of degrees, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you really want to do. Because once you do what you love to do, then only you'll actually do a great job. So I'm not saying I'm doing a great job. I think I'm doing an okay job. So far, no complaints. But if I were to tell them career wise, they should look at doing there's a lot of now bachelors of social work. They can look into doing psychology, psychiatry, get into art therapy. There's so many therapies out there. So how do you get into it? So if you're gonna study about it, then you have to go through the science bit of it, whether it is through social work, there are courses on social work, or you do a lot of like I said, psychology courses and stuff like that. But I think a lot of it comes from the heart. Like, if you really have the passion to do it, you can definitely help anyone. You just got to have the heart for it. You got to be prepared to help people in the worst of their conditions, and not choose who you want to help. That is the one advice, like, because it's not easy to help out people. People are difficult. It's not like a plant where you grow, it grows, it grows. If it doesn't grow, you uproot it and plant another one. It doesn't work like that with human beings. So you have to have the patience for it. You have got to spend a lot of time with them, understand why they're designed the way they are or manufactured the way they are. So, and especially when it comes to the Cody experience, you got to like soak in every aspect of it. From the sports that you play, how your teamwork that you have with your teammates in the football field, or when you're actually outreaching and you're going to Bethania or Theni or any of these places to help out the communities that are there. Whatever it is, you have to have a personal relationship. Once you have a personal relationship, then you'll understand that once you have a personal relationship, then only you'll understand that, wow, that this means a lot to the work that you're doing. So then once that happens, then you have nothing to worry about. The course will just run by, and you'll be able to do a phenomenal job. So do not overthink about social work and what exactly you're going to be doing, or you just got to go with the flow and and just be prepared as to why you're there. Yeah, and then I'm sure anybody who decides to do it, I'm sure they're going to do a great job. Yeah,
So thank you, Sherrod. I think that was some phenomenal advice
yeah.
on how we can devote our lives to social work, how we can all do our bit. And so, good luck on your work, and see you
Thank
later.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best.